In this video, we're going to be mounting the top triple clamp and handlebar. So we first want to get the headlamp out of the way. It's just kind of hanging there. Also, keep in mind you can always use the extra packing material to help protect things like the tank as you're working near that. It only requires a few simple tools to mount the triple clamp and the handlebar. We've got an 8mm socket, a 10mm socket, a 22mm wrench, a number 2 Phillips, and we're also going to be utilizing some red Loctite. Now, as far as the fasteners go, we've got the 2 clamps for the handlebar with 4 washers, 4 bolts. These are the chrome-plated bolts. Then we've got that top screw for the stem, a washer for that as well. Now we're ready to mount the triple clamp and the handlebar. The first thing is going to be the triple clamp. I'm going to kind of hold the bar out of the way and then just pull that over the top. You can see how these line up. I'm going to kind of wiggle that down as far as you can. You normally get it almost level with the caps. However, you don't want it to be clamped to the cap. But that's where that bolt's going to help us. As we begin to tighten that, it will pull that whole assembly down some. And now he's going to use that 22mm wrench to go ahead and tighten that down. Now you can see where that clamp got below the cap. Not quite even, we'll worry about that later. We're not even going to tighten down these sides of the triple clamp just yet. We just want to get things mounted up, particularly the handlebars, to protect the rest of the motorcycle from those bars. Before we install the handlebar, we are going to put just a little dab of Loctite on each of those bolts. And then we need to point out, these clamps actually have one side that's longer than the other. You look down on this one's the shorter side, this one comes down a little bit further. The longer side is going to be facing the rear of the motorcycle. So it'll go like that. So then we can just put these washers through. And you'll also note there are some lines on the handlebars. These are going to help you line up within that clamp. Want to center things up. And then the actual angle of the bar, we like to align it with the front forks. And now he's going to use the 10mm socket to go ahead and tighten those down incrementally. We'll do one corner at a time. And we're going to tighten these probably to approximately 20 to 25 foot-pounds. You don't want to overdo it or you will strip that aluminum thread. Now that we have the handlebar mounted, we can go ahead and adjust the brake lever and also mount the clutch perch and switch housings. He's using an 8mm socket to do that. We like to get this top of the brake reservoir level with the ground, and then we'll match the clutch lever to that, the correct angle. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the clutch switch from that switch housing just to free things up. You can see that the female tabs will eventually go back on that switch, and we need to make sure that they have good connections, not just the rubber but the metal tabs as well. Eventually we'll clean all the handlebar wiring up, we'll zip tie these and route them a little more neatly. We do want to make sure, however, that the clutch is under the brake line. We like to have everything under the brake line here as we mount these. He's using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver to open up that switch housing. It's shaped like a clamshell, so it's just going to clamp itself around the bar. And you'll note that the bar does have a small hole. You'll see the tab that's in top of this switch housing. It needs to mate up with that hole. That aligns the switch housing and allows it to close completely. And as you take the clamp off the clutch, you will note that there's an upside to it. It's marked there on the front of the clamp. Now, while that's still loose, he's going to match that angle of the clutch lever to the brake lever, just where it feels comfortable. Now that that's tightened down, the last part of the clutch will be to once again remount those wires. Now that we have the handlebar mounted firmly and the top clamp on, we're still going to leave some of this loose, and we can leave this kind of messy for now. Later we'll go through and make all of our adjustments and also route that wiring so it's neat and clean. We'll do that during our inspection video.